I'd like to first of all thank the member for Clacton for bringing forward this really important debate, and in particular his points around the environmental footprint of fur, which he rightly pointed out the water and carbon use are far in excess of any other type of clothing. I just want to start off with a quote. The UK has a world-leading record on animal welfare, and over the last decade, the government has introduced a range of measures to ensure we offer animals the care, respect and protection they deserve. The words of the former Secretary of State for DEFRA, the Honourable Member for Camborne and Redruth, as he launched his party's action plan on animal welfare. I wonder how the party opposite feels about these words now. They have dropped the Kept Animals Bill and abandoned the Animals Abroad Bill, two pieces of legislation which promise to cement the UK's reputation as a global leader in animal welfare. It begs the question, does the government genuinely care about animal welfare? So I'm sure is the case for everyone here. My office has been inundated with correspondence from concerned constituents expressing their deep distress and disappointment with the government's decision to scrap their promises and renege on animal welfare measures. In particular, there is a great concern about the importation of fur into our country, effectively outsourcing animal cruelty and suffering overseas, a measure that would have been included in the bills I mentioned. It seems pertinent to remind the House that in February of this year, DEFRA released a statement confirming the future legislation to ban the import of fur had not been dropped. We now need the Minister to provide us with a straight answer on this and shed some light on why this legislation has not come forward. Has it been abandoned? I think we would all like to know. We've had a number of excellent interventions. The member for Caithness, Sutherland and Ross made a moral case, reminding us again that the UK is a nation of animal lovers. And the member for Glasgow North East just made the point that no constituents ever asked us to keep the import of fur and that alternatives are widely available. This is an unethical, outdated, cruel, out-of-touch practice. The words of 79% of people surveyed by YouGov in a poll in 2020 when asked about wearing real animal fur. The survey found that 93% of British public are opposed to wearing real animal fur. And it's not just the general public. As my honourable friend from Nottingham East and the honourable member Clacton both said, the former CEO of the British Fur Trade Association, Mike Moser, has pledged his support for a ban, stating, over time, I realise that whatever soundbites we devise to reassure consumers, retailers, politicians, neither welfare regulations nor any industry certification scheme would ever change the reality of these animals being stuck in tiny wire cages their entire lives. I've never seen such a flip from the leading exponent of a practice, of an industry, as Mike Moser has done. I think that just needs to reflect, not just in the UK actually, but internationally, about the practice of fur farming. Back in 2018, the government claimed that advancing a ban on import of fur would be unlikely due to our membership of the EU. They touted Brexit as an opportunity to get the job done and promised us again they would ban fur imports in the last manifesto in 2019. Regrettably, it seems the opinion of the British public and those of experts fields such as HSI, Four Paws, Dogs Trust, RSPCA, Cats Protection League, as well as leading international experts such as the World Organisation for Animal Health, hold little sway with the government. Just last week, we had Conservative MPs blocking Labour's motion to revive the Kept Animals Bill, a bill that would have outlawed fur imports. Instead, they chose to disregard animal welfare again, reneging on their own manifesto pledge and dismissing the will of the people who voted for them. This party are out of touch and, I'm afraid, out of time. 2 decades have now passed since fur farming was banned in the UK. I'm proud to confirm once again that a Labour government would take the necessary action on the importation of fur into Britain. We are committed to this. Unlike the current government, we would base our actions on evidence, advice and morality. The Labour Party has a clear plan protecting animal welfare and look forward to honouring the will of this nation of animal lovers. A Labour Britain will be a compassionate, fur-free Britain. Thank you.